Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from group 5. We'll present the material about e-learning in English language teaching. Before that, I will introduce my group members. The first is me, Andi Farid Afrisal. The second is Muhammad Nuralif. The third is Febrina Anggriani. And the fourth is Dwi Putri Maisyarah, and the last is Nurul Adilla Tahir. Well, let's move to the first material that will be explained by Dwi Putri Maisyarah.
Introduction to e-learning in ELT. E-learning has revolutionized the English language teaching landscape by harnessing the power of technology to enhance the language learning experience. E-learning in ELT goes beyond the traditional classroom setting, providing students with flexibility, accessibility, and personalized learning paths. This paradigm shift not only address the evolving needs of 21st century learners but also open up new opportunities for educators to design dynamic and engaging language courses. Definition of e-learning. E-learning, short for electronic learning, is an educational approach that utilizes electronic technology, especially the internet and digital devices, to facilitate and deliver learning experience. It includes a variety of tools, resources, and online platforms designed to support various forms of education. Training or teaching, e-learning can take the form of interactive course, virtual classroom, multimedia presentation, educational website, and more, allowing students to access educational content, engaging in activities, and interact with instructor or peer remotely. Significance of e-learning in ELT. The significance of e-learning in English language teaching or ELT cannot be overstated as it has both transformative change in the way language education is delivered and experienced. First, e-learning offers unmatched accessibility, eliminating the geography and logistical barrier that often limit traditional classroom-based ELT. Learners from all over the world can now easily access high-quality language courses and resources, providing a global perspective and encouraging cultural exchange. Evolution of e-learning in language teaching. The evolution of e-learning in language teaching has progressed from basic online resources to interactive and sophisticated platforms powered by multimedia and AI. The emergence of language learning platform and dedicated mobile application has made language learning more accessible, engaging, and effective. AI-driven chatbots and virtual language tutors can engage in conversation with learners, providing language practice and real-time feedback. AI-powered language apps can also personalize learning paths, adapting content and difficulty level based on individual learner performance. The evolution of e-learning in language teaching has changed the landscape of language education significantly, meeting the diverse needs of learners in the digital age.
Okay, the next material is pedagogical foundation. Pedagogical foundations are the fundamental principles and theories that underpin effective teaching and learning practices. There is 2 points we will discuss in this material. The first is learning theories in English language teaching, and second is blended learning and its role in ELT. Okay, the first one is learning theories in English language teaching. Learning theories in English language teaching or ELT play a crucial role in shaping the way educators approach language instruction and understand the process through which students acquire a new language. We will explore some of the key learning theories in ELT, that is behaviorism, cognitivism, constructivism, connectionism, social cultural theory, input hypothesis, and task-based language teaching. Okay, the first is behaviorism. In English language teaching, this theory can be seen in the practice of drills and repetition exercise. Teachers use positive reinforcement such as praise of rewards to encourage language production, while negative reinforcement might involve correcting errors. The second is cognitivism. In the classroom, this translates to activities that stimulate critical thinking, problem solving, and language comprehension. The third is constructivism. In English language teaching, constructivist approach encourage students to engage in meaningful real-world language experience. This might involve project-based learning. The next is connectionism. Connectionist theories propose that language learning occurs through the gradual development of connection or association between words, concepts, and grammar rules. In English language teaching, this theory informs vocabulary acquisition strategies. Okay, the next is sociocultural theory. In English language teaching, sociocultural theory highlights the significance of social context for language development. The next point is input hypothesis. In English language teaching, this theory supports the use of great reading materials and language input that challenges but doesn't overwhelm learners, promoting gradual language acquisition. The last in learning theories in ELT is task-based language teaching or TBLT. TBLT is a practical approach that aligns with constructivist and social-cultural theories. In English language teaching, this approach encourages students to engage in real-life activities that require language use, fostering language acquisition by linking it to practical purpose. Okay, we move to the next is blended learning and its role in ELT. In English language teaching, blended learning has gained prominence for its ability to address diverse learner needs and enhance language acquisition. So in this video, we'll explore the concept of blended learning and its role in ELT detail. The first one is components of blended learning. Blended learning typically involves a mix of the following components. There is three. The first one is in-person instruction, and then online learning, and the last is self-paced learning. In-person instruction. In English language teaching, this might involve teacher-led lesson, group discussion, and interactive language activities. The second is online learning. The online component can encompass a variety of research and activities such as multimedia lesson, interactive exercise, video conferencing, discussion forums, and access to digital libraries and language learning platforms. The third is self-paced learning. Blended learning often includes self-paced online modules that allow students to progress through language content at their own speed, providing flexibility for learners with varying levels of proficiency and learning styles. Okay, the next is the role of blended learning in ELT. The role of blended learning in ELT divided to 7. The first is individualized learning paths. Learners can access online research that match their proficiency level, and they receive immediate feedback on their progress, allowing for a more personalized learning experience. The second is enhanced engagement. Online components of blended learning can include multimedia, gamified activities, and interactive simulation, making language learning more engaging and enjoyable. The third is flexibility and accessibility. Blended learning offers flexibility in terms of when and where students can access learning materials. Fourth is support for diverse learning styles. Visual learners may benefit from video lesson, while auditory learners might prefer listening exercise, and kinesthetic learners can practice speaking and reading through interactive activities. The fifth is assessment and progress tracking. Blended learning platforms often include assessment tools that allow educators to monitor student progress and identify areas where additional support is needed. The sixth is cultural and contextual immersion. Online research in blended learning can expose learners to diverse English accent, cultures, and contexts, enhancing their language proficiency by providing real-world language exposure beyond the classroom. The seventh and the last is preparation for digital communication. Blended learning equips students with digital skills and familiarity with online communication tools, which are valuable in both academic and professional settings.
Okay, the next material is learning tools and technology. Learning tools and technologies have ushered in a transformative era of education, revolutionizing the way knowledge is delivered and acquired. These innovative digital resources cover a broad spectrum of platform, software, solutions, and hardware designs to facilitate and enhance the learning experience across a wide range of fields and disciplines. The first is Learning Management System or LMS. Learning Management Systems are powerful digital platforms designed to simplify the administration, delivery, tracking, and assessment of educational courses and training programs. The LMS serves as a central hub for educators, trainers, and students, providing a user-friendly interface for content creation, distribution, and management. A learning management system is a comprehensive and versatile software platform designed to facilitate the planning, delivery, management, and evaluation of education and training programs. The following is an explanation of the learning management system and its main features. A. Content management. B. User management. C. Course creation and delivery. D. Assessment and feedback. E. Communication and collaboration. F. Reporting and analysis. G. Mobile accessibility. H. Integration capability. I. Data security and privacy. G. Scalability and customization. In short, learning management systems are powerful tools that have revolutionized the way education and training is delivered and managed. The second, online language learning platforms. Online language learning platforms are digital educational environments that provide learners with a convenient and effective way to gain proficiency in a foreign language. Here's a detailed explanation of online language learning platforms. A. Comprehensive language course. Online language learning platforms offer a variety of courses covering a variety of language proficiency levels and learning objectives. B. Interactive learning materials. The platform uses interactive and multimedia-rich content, including videos, audio recording, quizzes, and interactive exercise. C. Adaptive learning. Many online language platforms use adaptive algorithms to adjust content and exercise based on learner progress and performance. D. Gamification elements. Gamification features such as points, badges, and leaderboards increase motivation and make learning more fun. E. Mobile accessibility. Most online language learning platforms are compatible with smartphones and tablets, so students can learn anytime and anywhere. F. Speaking and pronunciation practice. Many platforms incorporate speech recognition technology to give students the opportunity to practice speaking and receive immediate feedback on their pronunciation and intonation. G. Community and social features. Online language platforms often include discussion forum, chat room, and language exchange partnerships and connect learners with native speakers and other learners. H. Progress tracking. Learners can monitor their progress through detailed reports and assessment. I. Certification and test. Many platforms offer internationally recognized language proficiency tests and certification. G. Subscription model. While some basic features may be available for free, online language learning platforms often offer premium subscription models that provide access to advanced courses, personalized training, and additional resources. In short, online language learning platforms have revolutionized the way individuals acquire language skills. The third, mobile apps for language learning. Mobile apps for language learning are compact software applications designed to facilitate the acquisitions of foreign language on smartphones and tablets. This app provides a convenient and flexible way for learners to engage with language content and improve their linguistic proficiency. There are many mobile apps available for language learning, catering to a variety of language and proficiency levels. Here are some popular and highly respected examples: Duolingo, Rosetta Stone, Babbel, Memrise, Mango Language, Pamsleur, Tandem Language Exchange, HelloTalk, Busuu, Anki, and Lingoder. The fourth is gamification and language learning. Gamification in language learning is the integration of game-like elements and principles into the language learning process to increase engagement, motivation, and learning outcomes. This approach leverages the inherent appeal of games such as challenge, rewards, competitions, and interactivity to make language learning more fun and effective. The fifth is virtual reality or VR and augmented reality or AR in ELT. Virtual reality and augmented reality are cutting-edge technologies that are starting to play an important role in English language teaching, offering immersive and interactive learning experience. The following is an explanation of the application of virtual reality and augmented reality in English language teaching. A. Virtual reality in English language teaching. VR creates a fully immersive digital environment that students can explore using a VR headset. In ELT, VR has several applications. The first is virtual language immersion. The second is simulation conversation. The third, virtual field trips. The fourth, language games and quizzes. B. Augmented reality in English language teaching. A. Augmented reality overlays digital content onto the real world, usually viewed through a smartphone or augmented reality glasses in English language teaching. Augmented reality has the following application. The first is interactive learning materials. The second is language translation. The third is AR flashcards. The fourth is cultural and historical exploration. And the last is collaborative learning. Both have the potential to revolutionize English language teaching by making language learning more immersive, engaging, and relevant. While this technology is still developing and may not be accessible to all learners, it offers exciting opportunities for educators to create dynamic and effective language learning experience. The next material is the Designing Effective Learning course. Designing an effective learning course involves a thoughtful and strategic approach to creating an online learning experience that maximizes engagement and facilitates effective knowledge acquisition. Key elements in designing an effective learning course include clear learning objective, interesting content, interactive activities, structured modules, clear navigation, rating and feedback, adaptability, accessibility, collaborative opportunities, regular updates, feedback mechanism, monitoring and analysis, user testing, interesting assessment strategy, and the last is supporting research. Designing effective learning course require a combination of pedagogical expertise, instructional design principles, and a keen understanding of the target audience. By incorporating these elements into course development, educators can create engaging and impactful learning experience that encourage effective learning and knowledge retention.
Integration strategy. The first, integrating e-learning into traditional classroom settings. Integrating e-learning into traditional classroom settings, often referred to as blended learning or hybrid learning, involves combining face-to-face teaching with online resources and technologies to enhance the overall learning experience. In blended learning, students typically engage in face-to-face lessons, discussions, and activities while accessing materials, assessment, and interactive content online. This can be a powerful way to adapt education to the needs of today's diverse learners while encouraging engagement and achievement in the classroom. Okay, the second is flipped classroom model. In the flipped classroom model, instructors provide instructional content such as video lectures or readings to students outside of class, usually as homework assignments. Class time is then used for active learning activities, discussions, problem solving, and collaboration among students. The flipped classroom model encourages student engagement, critical thinking, and a student-centered approach to education, making it a popular and effective pedagogical strategy in many educational settings. Okay, the third is synchronous versus asynchronous learning. Synchronous and asynchronous learning are two different approaches to online education. Let's move to the first, that is synchronous learning. This approach involves direct real-time interaction between teachers and students, often through video conferencing, webinars, or virtual classrooms. However, it requires students to be online at a specific time, which may not be convenient for everyone. The second is asynchronous learning. On the other hand, asynchronous learning offers flexibility as it does not require students and instructors to be online simultaneously. While it provides flexibility, this approach may not have the immediacy of synchronous learning. Both approaches have their merits and are often used together in blended learning models to provide a well-rounded educational experience that combines real-time interaction with the flexibility of self-paced learning. And the fourth is hybrid and online-only language courses. Hybrid and online-only language courses represent two different approaches to language education, namely hybrid language courses and online-only language courses. Hybrid language courses are often referred to as blended learning, which combines both face-to-face and online components. This approach offers a balance between traditional classroom learning and the flexibility of online resources, allowing for interactive hands-on practice and the convenience of self-paced digital learning. Online specialty language courses are conducted entirely in the digital realm. These courses offer maximum flexibility, allowing learners to study from anywhere at any time, making them suitable for those with busy schedules or geographical constraints. However, they might require self-discipline and strong motivation, as there is often less direct interactions with the instructor and peers compared to hybrid courses of traditional classes. The choice between hybrid language courses and online-only language courses depends on individual preference, learning styles, and logistical considerations, and both options can be effective for language acquisition if designed and implemented well. And the five is using social media for language learning. Using social media for language learning involves utilizing popular social platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube as tools to improve language skills. They can access authentic content in the target language, such as posts, videos, and discussions, which provide exposure to real-world language use and cultural nuances. Social media offers a dynamic and interactive way to enhance language learning, foster cultural awareness, and connect with a global community of language enthusiasts. Teacher's role in e-learning. In e-learning, the role of the teacher extends beyond the confines of the traditional classroom to create an engaging, supportive, and effective online learning environment. Successful e-learning relies on skilled educators who can adapt their teaching methods and utilize technology. The role of the teacher evolves to include several important functions. The first is content creator. Teachers design and develop online course materials, including lectures, assignments, quizzes, and multimedia resources, ensuring that content is engaging and aligned with learning objective. The second is facilitator. Teachers guide students through the learning process by providing explanations, answering questions, and fostering discussions in virtual classrooms or discussions forums. They create a supportive online learning environment. The third is assessor. Teachers design assessments, grade assignments, and provide constructive feedback to monitor students' progress and ensure the mastery of learning outcomes. The fourth is technological support. Teacher helps students navigate the digital learning platform, troubleshoot technical issues, and ensure a smooth e-learning experience. The fifth is motivator. Teachers encourage and motivate students to stay engaged, complete assignments, and participate actively in online discussions, promoting a positive learning atmosphere. The sixth is resource curator. Teachers curate and recommend supplementary online resources such as articles, videos, and websites to enhance students' understanding and explorations of the subject matter. The seventh is adaptation. Teachers adapt teaching strategies to meet the needs of diverse learners, accommodating different learning styles and pacing. The eighth is feedback provider. Teachers use data and feedback from students to improve the course content and delivery, ensuring ongoing enhancements to the e-learning experience. The ninth is counselor and support. Teachers offer academic and emotional support, addressing students' concerns and providing guidance on learning strategies and time management. The 10th is facilitator of collaborations. Teachers promote collaboration and peer-to-peer learning, encouraging students to work together on projects, discussions, and problem-solving activities.
Challenge and solution. First, limited interaction with solution incorporate live video conferencing tools for virtual classes and interactive activity to maintain real-time interaction and communication. Next is technical issue. We can provide option for offline learning such as downloadable materials and record the lesson. Collaborate with local institution or organization to ensure access to necessary technology. Next is lack of motivation. We can implement gamification, rewards, and online community to foster engagement and motivation. Set clear goals and provide regular feedback to keep learners on track. Okay, next is language proficiency level, with solution over adapted learning platforms that can assess learners' proficiency levels and customize content accordingly, provide additional research and support for struggling learners. Next is assessment and evaluation. With solution, use a variety of assessment methods, including online quiz, written assignment, oral assignments via video conferencing, and peer evaluation. Focus on assessing practical language use. Next is digital literacy. The solution provides digital literacy training alongside language interaction or offer user-friendly, intuitive learning platforms. Next is cultural and time zone differences. We can offer flexible scheduling option, asynchronous content delivery, and provide culturally inclusive materials and practices. Next is teacher training. The solution invests in teacher training and professional development programs, specially tailored to learning in ELT. Encourage collaboration and sharing of best practices among educators. And next is data privacy and security. We can implement robust data privacy policies, use secure platforms, and educate both teacher and student about online safety. The last is quality assurance. We can continuously update and improve course content, solicit feedback from learners, and conduct regular evaluation to ensure the quality of the learning experience. Okay, next materials is best practices in e-learning for ELT. The first is clearing learning objectives. Begin with clear and specific learning objectives for each lesson or module. Clearly communicate these objectives to students so they can understand what they are expected to learn. Next is interactive content. Incorporate a variety of interactive and multimedia content, including videos, audio, recording, quiz, and simulation. These elements engage learners and cater to different learning styles. Next is user-friendly platforms. Choose user-friendly learning management system atau LMS or e-learning platforms that are intuitive and easy to navigate.
Ensure that students and teachers receive adequate training on how to use these platforms effectively. Next is adaptive learning. Implement adaptive learning technology that can assess a student's proficiency levels and adjust the difficulty of content accordingly. This personalization helps learners progress at their own pace. Next is regular assessment. Use a mix of formative and summative assessment to gauge learners' progress. Include quiz, assignment, peer evaluation, and oral assessment to assess various language skills. Next is feedback and support. Provide timely and constructive feedback to students on their assignment and performance. Offer additional support or research for struggling learners to address their specific needs. Next, best practice is collaborative learning. Encourage collaborative activity that simulate real-world communication. Use discussion forums with projects and peer-to-peer interaction to foster language use and cultural understanding. Next is cultural sensitivity. Be mindful of the cultural diversity of your learners. Ensure that content and activities are inclusive and sensitive to the cultural backgrounds and experiences of your students. Next is teacher presence. Maintain a strong teacher presence in the online classroom. Regularly engage with students through discussion forums, email, or video conferencing. This helps build rapport and provides learners with guidance and support. Next is structured content. Organize course content logically and sequentially. Use modules or units to break down the materials into manageable sections, making it easier for students to follow and navigate. Next is engagement strategy. Implement gamification elements such as badge, leaderboards, and rewards to motivate and engage learners. And design activity that promote active participation and critical thinking. Next is assistive technology. Ensure accessibility for all learners by using assistive technology and providing alternative formats for content. Consider the needs of learners with disability. Next is regular updates. Keep course content up to date to reflect current language use and cultural trends. Technology and language are continually evolving, so it's important to refresh content accordingly. Next is professional development. Invest in ongoing professional development for teachers to keep them updated on best practice in learning and ELT. Encourage collaboration and knowledge sharing among educators. Next is data analytics. Utilize data analytics to track learners' progress and identify areas where students might be struggling. Use this information to make informed adjustment to course design. Next is privacy and security. Protect students' data and privacy by adhering to strict data protection policies and ensuring the security of the e-learning platforms. Next is flexibility. Recognize that learners have different schedules and time commitments. Provide flexible learning options, including asynchronous content delivery, to accommodate various learning styles and preferences.
Future trends in e-learning for ELT. This trend reflects the ongoing evolution of e-learning in the ELT context, with an emphasis on personalization, engagement, and accessibility. Educators and institutions that follow the trends can provide more effective and relevant language learning experiences for their students in the years to come. Here are some key future trends to look out for. 1. artificial intelligence (AI) and personalization. AI will play an important role in customized learning experience. It will analyze individual student data to offer customized content, predict practice, and feedback, thereby improving language mastery. 2. Immersive learning, virtual and augmented reality or VR or ER will create immersive language learning environment, allowing students to practice language skill in realistic scenarios such as virtual conversation and cultural simulation. 3. Gamification based learning. Elements of gamification and educational games will continue to motivate and engage learners, making language learning more fun and effective. 4. Natural language processing or NLP. NLP technology will improve language assessment and chatbot interaction, enabling more natural, context-aware conversation with learners. 5. Micro-learning. Concise, focused language lesson and modules will become more common, able to meet students' shorter attention spans and busy schedules. 6. Global collaboration. The e-learning platform will facilitate global collaboration among ELT students, connecting learners from different countries and providing opportunities for a cross-cultural language exchange. 7. Mobile learning. The use of mobile devices for language learning will increase, allowing students to access lessons and resources on the go. Mobile apps and responsive design will be integral. 8. Blockchain for credential. Blockchain technology will improve the security and verification of language proficiency certificates, making them more trustworthy and accessible. 9. Multimodal content. Content delivery will combine multimedia such as interactive videos, podcasts, and virtual file trips to meet diverse learning style. 10. Data-driven insight. Improved data analysis will provide deeper insight into learner behavior and performance, helping educators refine course content and pedagogy. 11. Education and storytelling. Integrating elements of entertainment and storytelling into learning will make language learning more interesting and memorable. 12. Cultural sensitivity and inclusivity. ELT program will increasingly focus on cultural sensitivity, preparing students for global communication by addressing cultural nuance and diverse perspectives. 13. Environmental sustainability. There may be a growing emphasis on environmentally friendly practice in e-learning, from reducing energy consumption in data centers to using environmentally friendly material in device.
Okay, thank you for your attention. Hopefully the knowledge can be conveyed and useful. I represent group 5. Please apologize if there are any wrong words. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.